Sophia here. Welcome back to my Etsy shop, Frenchy and Tubby, and Happy New Year. I am here to present to you 7 new items going into the shop and 2 pieces of vintage jewelry. And I have to tell you, I've been watching a lot of YouTube and Instagrams, reading articles online, and it seems that the new generation, I think it's Gen Z, my kids' generation, are really interested in vintage and antiques item. They no longer want to buy mass products. They don't want to buy matchy things. They want old things, want to save the environment. It's more sustainable, and also because of their beauty. So I'm here for it, and I hope you are too. Let's get started with the one in the thumbnail. This is really cool because I thought these were from Portugal. They're actually from Spain. They are from De La Cal pottery in Spain, and it's quite old. This is from the 60s, but the pottery has been in the family for over 5 generations. And I can tell you what the town is. I gotta put my specs on. The town is Puente del Arzobispo, and I think that I had pieces from them in the past. So what are these? This is a pair of candle holder, pottery candle holder, entirely handcrafted and entirely hand painted. Here's one. You can see the hand painting on it. They're really cool. Old-fashioned type candle holders. Listen, you can use this as decorative items. You don't have to use them for just candles, okay? You can have them on the shelf. This is what the underside looks like with the signature. There's no date, but based on the coloring, the crazing, definitely vintage. This one is in perfect condition. The second one has 2 little chips. I don't know if you can see them right here. 2 little chips from the glaze. There's no crack and there's no breakage. It's just the glaze that chipped a little bit right here, probably from a strike or something when it was stored. Love the blue, a cobalt blue. We have this red color here, crimson, some green. There's a little bit of iridescence here. I don't know if you can see it right here. So it was also fire glazed. It's really nice, and it's entirely hand shaped. Beautiful pieces. So I have 2 of them. 1960s De La Cal pottery out of Spain. Very similar to Portugal, but it's Spanish. Love those. I'm gonna stay in pottery, and my next item is also vintage, and I had no idea. I'm gonna show you the signature first. It's signed Nezda, USA. This is, I believe his first name is Steve. This is mid-century. This is not current. So it's late 50s, early 1960s. It's a Nautilus, you can see that. And it's also studio pottery. And those can be quite expensive. The colors on it are absolutely stunning. We have a little bit of bluish gray here, lots of beige, green. Look at the glaze. It's really nice. So this is a planter or a catch-all. So if you have pieces of jewelry, like the ones I'm going to show you later on, you can just like stash them in there. Yep, let's see a little sneak peek at what's coming up. I think this is really cool. So if you like green pottery, you can use it as a planter as well. I think that one of those trailing succulent, I'm sorry about the furnace, one of those trailing succulent would probably be beautiful in this. A Nautilus by, I believe his first name again is Steve Nezda, USA, signed piece of studio art pottery, mid-century time period. Really cool, and in perfect condition. I have no call out. I don't even have crazing on this. There is no chip, no crack, no crazing. It's in beautiful condition. It was really well taken care of, very clearly. All right, when I come back, we're moving on to crystal and glass. Next item is a mom pick, and she's got a good eye. Almost kept it. Okay, some of you probably recognize this. you know it's Gorham, all right, just from the style of it. I thought this was Gorham Althea. It is not. This is Gorham Kingsbury. It is around the same time period, 1990s. It's a candy dish, crystal, absolutely gorgeous. Oh, beautiful ring. Let's look at the bottom part. Look at this pattern. It's really, really pretty. So we have like this huge sunflower type dial. We have big thumb prints on the side. It's in perfect condition. I have no collab on this. Beautiful lid, rounded finial, beautiful sound. It's a large candy dish. It's big enough as a powder box if you want to put body powder and a big puff in it, and it's also big enough to put jewelry in it, so you don't have to, you know, restrict it to candy. I think this is a beautiful piece. It's not super old, you know, again, it's from the 1990s, but it's Gorham crystal, and it's very good quality crystal. Very nice cuts, lots of blank space right here, a lot of cuts on the top. This is the part that made me think that it was Althea, but no, Kingsbury, that's the name of it. Very pretty with the leaves, smooth cuts, just like most of Gorham pieces. Beautiful gift as well. This is definitely something, if you're looking for vintage decor, you can add anywhere in your house. And you know what? This is a timeless design. This is very classic in form, in shape, and the cuts. This is not like a you know, mid-century type design, or even the Spanish design that has to have a kind of a specific environment for it. This goes anywhere because it's classic and timeless. Absolutely beautiful. Love this. Almost kept it. Okay, so don't be surprised at the end when I tell you which one is my favorite. I'll show you this one again because it's beautiful. All right, another piece of glass. This is amazing. I'm hoping you can see that this is very slightly pink. The base is clear, but this here is a very, very pale pink. This is depression glass. This was made between 1920 and 1930s. It's by Tiffin glass, US maker, and it's a gorgeous vase. This is very fragile. I think you can tell how thin the glass is on this. Can you tell that this is slightly pink? I'm not sure. So we have an optic swirl on it. Very nice neck. It's an urn shape. Here's the base. There's a few bubbles here and there because this was mouth blown. And the only call out that I have, you're not even going to see it, is a tiny flea bite right here. It's super small and it's on the underside of the rim. So it's not really compromising the piece. I mean, let's give it a break. This is almost 100 years old. Tiffin glass, depression glass in very pale pink. It's a beautiful classic shape. It's very fragile, okay? So just saying, we got to take care of this because it's made it for 100 and something years. Let's give it another 100 if we care for it. I think it's a beautiful vase. Il est beau. Mom's on the other side of the camera, by the way.
Légèrement rosé, il est magnifique.
Mom thinks this is absolutely gorgeous. She says it's magnifique. Yeah, you can really tell. I think on my pictures, if you go on the site once I post them, tomorrow, by the way, Friday the 2nd of January, you will see how pink it is. Absolutely stunning. This is a keeper, absolute keeper. Grab it. Okay, when I come back, we're moving on to porcelain. So I found these and I thought that these were very intriguing. I have 4 of them. All right, so here's 2 and here's another 2. This is from the late 50s, very early 1960s, porcelain by a company named Polonsko. Here's the logo at the end. And you know who they are? They're out of Kiev. This was made at the time when Ukraine was still part of the USSR. So this is technically, you could call it Russian, but it's really Ukrainian. And they are so Baltic looking in terms of the design. So let's give it a little bit of a close-up. What do we have here? We have a white interior. We have a little bit of gold accent here, bands, some fading. I mean, come on, they've traveled a long way, and they're also from the late 50s. Look at this super mid-century modern design. Not sure if this is a tree or a flower, but there's a little red heart right here, blue, red, and this lime green all around. These are the cups. Here are the saucers. We have a repeat of the gold band and the green, and then the logo at the bottom. They're really neat. So let's talk about call outs. First of all, they were super dirty and probably will require another cleaning. This one is perfect. The cups have no chips. The saucers have no chip. The only thing that I have is on a few saucers, I'm not sure if you can see it, I have a little bit of a loss on the green. One more than the other. It's this one. Right here. Do you see it? A little bit of a loss because they've been used and they're quite old. They're over 70 years old. So these were made in Kiev, Ukraine, under the USSR. So they were under Russian control. I don't know how they got here. I think it's really cool that they made it to the United States. Probably a family that left Ukraine and brought them with them. May have been grandma's piece. I don't know. I have 4. So very mid-century modern and quite a bit of history behind them. My next porcelain is also China, but we're going to England. You'll recognize it right away just from the shape. This is Royal Albert, flower of the month, and you are looking at the chrysanthemum, and that would be November. Let's look at the saucer first. It is in pristine condition. I think this was in a curio, purchased, put in a curio, absolutely no call out on it. Beautiful saucer shape. Monroe's shape for the teacup. We have small chrysanthemum on one side, larger bloom on the other, gorgeous, very ornate handle, gold accent, gold band right here, and then the peekaboo flowers in all of those on the inside with the month. They did those for quite some time, but these are from the 1970s. This is, and it says copyright 1970 at the bottom. I think this one is 71 or 72. And then they changed them a little bit. But they did the flowers of the month for a very long time. So some people collect their month in different shapes. And maybe last 2 weeks, I had one with the chrysanthemum, but that was part of the Friendship series. And it's still in the shop. So here's your month. If you know anyone who's born in November, who's also a tea drinker, a collector, here is a classic Royal Albert flower of the month for the month of November from the 70s. And you probably want to see the underside. I'm going to show you this one. Here we go, Royal Albert. And right here. Perfect condition, no call out. No crazing, no crack, nothing. Beautiful. I'm telling you, I think this was in a curio. Alright? So, when I come back, more porcelain, one last item, and then we're going to dive into jewelry. This is inexpensive. This is a cake platter. You can tell. Remember, we learned a couple of weeks ago that the sandwich platter have a slight curve. Cake platters are straight. Why? Because you cut, right? And you don't want something to stop the knife from being able to go all the way down. This is Mikasa bone china. The pattern is Swiss Garden. I had a couple of weeks ago, if not a couple of months ago, I had a trinket box in that pattern that was gone real fast. So it has tulips. You can tell this is very 80s, 90s. We have dusty pink, dusty blue, gold rim, in perfect condition. Not even a scratch here. I'm showing it to you with the light reflecting. Do you see a scratch now? I don't know if this was used. Well, yeah, there's a few scratches, so it was used, but it's nothing major. Nothing major. If you don't want to use it as a cake plate, it's a beautiful centerpiece. Add vases, whatever you want on it. Even if it's something like this, right? And you do a couple of smaller things to the side, and you have a beautiful centerpiece on your kitchen island or your dining room. This is very nice. Better yet, it's very inexpensive. This is not even $25, okay? Look at this. It's so pretty. Here's the back. Mikasa, Japan, Swiss Garden. Very pretty pattern. Unusual pattern for Mikasa. And the back says Mikasa Bone China, FX009, Swiss Garden, Japan. Alright? So, how about we do jewelry? Now that you've seen the brooch and the earrings, I'm going to give you a close-up for that because I need to put them on my little bust. Here we go. This is 1960s Sarah Coventry enamel daisy flower with gold center. And not only do I have this, I also have the earrings. Let me show you the earrings. Here are the earrings. Same pattern, enamel flowers with a gold center. They make a beautiful little set. Still very current, even though it's 1960s. Gorgeous gold tone. I have a few call outs. Let me see. I have none on the brooch. The brooch is in really good condition. Here is the back. Still very shiny. Closure is fine. And all the enamel is accounted for. I have no loss of enamel on the brooch. The earrings, I have a little bit of enamel loss on some of the petal. Not huge. Do you see it right here? It's very small. You're not going to see it. They are signed Sarah Coventry and they are clips. See that, right? So here's one clip. Nice snap. Here's the other clip. Nice snap. And the back of the earrings. I think this is a really cool set. It, again, very current. For summer, you're going to the beach, you're going on vacation, you're going to any place that is nice and sunny. Look at this. It's quite large. Do you want me to measure it? I'll measure it for you. The earrings are a little bit over an inch, but the brooch itself is a little bit over 3 inches. So this is a large brooch, okay? It's not a tiny little lapel thing. This is a statement brooch. And how about we put it in our hair? You can also get the adapter and put it as a pendant. So again, I have enamel loss on the earrings, a little bit here and there on the edges, probably from where the lady used to, you know, hold them to pull them. Do you want to hear a trick? You would have to find the right color because this is not white. This is a little bit of a cream white. I hear that you can restore those with acrylic pen if you find the right color, but there's some people who also use gel nail polish. You literally paint over the part of the enamel that's missing, and then you go and you cure it under the UV light, and boom, repaired enamel. When you have little pieces of enamel that are missing like these, not when it's a huge chunk, okay, that would show, but they're really cool. Like those, they were part of, I like those, they were part of that big lot that Mom and I went through the other day. And you probably saw that video. If you did not, I'll put it right here up above and you can see it. Mom and I went through 44 plus pounds of jewelry. big lot, and we found these, and now they could be yours. Alright, last piece of jewelry is another one of Mom's finds. We went to the store and we found this, and she said this is really good. So you're looking at a necklace that is made of cut and polished agate. And you know, agate is a stone, right? And it's a very popular one to make necklaces. The beauty of this necklace is the clasp. We have a gold tone toggle clasp. Let me give you a close-up on the stones. So I believe that this is a mix of glass beads and agate. And you have 4 pearls in a copper tone. So here are your stones. Look at this. They are definitely cold to the touch. I think they look a little bit dark on my camera compared to what they are in real life. This is, again, we have stations of glass and 4 pearls. This one is much lighter, almost see-through. Another square one, and then you have your toggle. All right, you want a length, right? So we're looking at a 12-inch at the drop, so that's 24-inch necklace. Very easy to put on. It's a toggle, you know how to do it, right? And this is what it would look like. I have pearls on, but that's fine. Okay, do you see where it goes? You cannot double this one, all right? It's just a single string. And I have to tell you, on a black turtleneck, I bet this would look absolutely gorgeous. It's another one of those pieces that is, first of all, very organic looking, but it's a timeless and classic design. If you like stones, this one's for you. Mom picked it. At the beginning, I was like, I don't know about that, Mom. And she says, yes, somebody's gonna want it. So somebody please want it. It would make Mom very happy. But it's a beautiful necklace regardless, right? And they are cold to the touch. And it's agate and glass and 4 pearls. There is no marking on it. I cannot tell you who made this. If you really want to wear it fancy, you can wear it with the toggle showing, or you just leave it in the back. And here's your necklace. I think it's time for me to invest in a longer, taller bust. Okay, this one is getting ridiculous. So that's what I got for you. This week, it will all be posted live in the shop at 5 p.m. on Friday, January 2nd. And just right now, I cannot remember if I said Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year. I hope you accomplished all of your goals this year. So, that would be it for me. Let me tell you which one I would keep. I would absolutely keep this. And I would keep this. And I would keep this. The Nautilus, I think, is really cool. You have to go to my site on Etsy tomorrow and look at close-up pictures so you can see the vibrancy of the colors. You tell me down below which one is your favorite this week, and I hope you had a wonderful holiday. Ours was very quiet, but it was perfect. Absolutely perfect, but now it's time to get back to business. So if you want beautiful vintage items to put in your home or to gifts to your friends and family, come to my shop. The link is right here and down below, and I will see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye!